Hi guys, it's Kino. Welcome to another video. So in today's Pick a Card, we are going to be taking a look at what is happening in your love life from now, whenever you are watching this video, until the end of 2021. So there are 4 readings for you guys to choose from today. I'm going to show you each of the crystals one by one, and then please pick whichever one you feel drawn to the most. Number 1 is barite. Number 2 is fluorite. Number 3 is aventurine. And number 4 is lepidolite. Okay, so as always, take all the time you need to pick. You can pause the video if you need to. I'm gonna go ahead and get started with number 1. Hi number ones, so if you chose the barite, this is going to be a reading all about what's going on in your love life from now until the end of 2021. So I want to start off this reading with my astrological house papers. I used these in the general rest of 2021 reading as well, and so I'm going to take a couple here too and get the first messages for you guys about your love life. So the first one that we have is 3 with the message of communication and peers. For those of you who already have somebody in mind, this could be showing that you guys will be communicating more frequently, or you will be communicating more openly. And actually, now that I think about it, you don't even need to have somebody in mind. This could be showing that you guys are entering into a talking stage with somebody new if you haven't met anybody yet, and that you will be talking very frequently, that the conversation between you two will be very smooth, very natural, very enjoyable. You guys are really going to intellectually stimulate each other. You keep each other very entertained. Things don't get awkward. Things don't get boring. I think you guys know what I mean. Really lovely communication between you and your person. If you're already in a committed relationship, this could be indicating that the communication between the two of you is going to reach a deeper level. You'll be able to communicate your feelings in a more direct yet loving way and feel more comfortable opening up to each other. There may even be a very significant heart-to-heart for you guys by the end of this year that is going to bring your love life to the next level. And then the next one that we have is the number 10 with the message of career and status. So it could be that your person, your partner, is going to be somebody with a very high position, with a very high status, someone who is very successful, very ambitious. This could also be indicating that some opportunity or moving up in your career is going to bring you to the union with your future partner. I also want to point out these could be indicating the signs of Gemini and Capricorn because they are inspired by the 3rd and the 10th house, and those are the zodiac signs that correspond with them. So those are your first messages for your love life. Oh, one more thing, because this is about being seen, being in the public eye, so to speak. The 10th house is the midheaven of our birth chart, and it's like the part where everybody can see. So there could be something here about you guys entering into an official relationship, like that everybody knows about, or people are looking at your relationship and admiring it. All right, so let's get into the oracle card section of this reading. And as you can see, there are 2 groups of 3 different oracle cards. These will represent the energy of you and the energy of your person. And when I say your person, this can be your future partner whom you haven't met yet. It can be your current person of interest or your current significant other. However, it applies to your own situation. So for you, we have movement, opportunity, and the 4th house with roots. And for your person, we have spirit, remain positive, and Saturn return with age. Wow, so it looks like both of you guys are going through some very significant transformations in your life. Starting over here with you, and it's interesting that we have the 10th house of career and status, and then we have this opportunity coming in. It looks like you guys, and I don't know why this is appearing in a love life reading. I guess it's just very important for you guys to know that there is a big opportunity coming up for you guys soon in your career, an opportunity to make a lot of money, an opportunity to gain a lot of success and recognition for what you do. And with this movement, it is making me think quite literally that things will be moving for you. So maybe you are moving from a chapter that was a little bit slow or stagnant, and now things are picking up, things are gaining momentum in your life. And by the end of this year, I do feel like really everything is going to fall into place for you guys. With everything that you have wanted for yourself, love life included, career and personal goals included. With this movement card, it really looks like things are picking up the pace for you guys. And it may actually be talking about a physical movement, like an opportunity that is going to cause you guys to have to relocate or cause you guys to travel somewhere. I am thinking of this because of the message of 4th house of roots. This is the house that represents our home, that represents where we came from. So when we have this with the message of movement, it could be that some of you guys are picking up and moving homes, or you're moving your base somewhere else, if that makes sense. This could also be speaking in a more metaphorical sense, because the 4th house also talks about comfort and security, the place where we feel the most safe or the most familiar. So this could be indicating that when you guys receive this opportunity, you will be moving out of your comfort zone. And that could include a physical movement, but it doesn't necessarily have to for all of you. It could just be that you are moving up in your career to a position that is a little bit daunting at first, a little bit intimidating, but you're moving out of what has been familiar, what has been comfortable, what has been safe to you, and you're really challenging yourself. I guess there is some link for you guys between your career path and your love life. Maybe we will see a little bit more of that when we get to the tarot card section of this reading, but the future looks really exciting for you guys. Now over here on the side of your person, with this spirit card, it actually looks like they are starting to get into spirituality. Maybe they've been starting to see some interesting signs and synchronicities in their life. It could even be that they are picking up on the connection with you. There's been a lot of things with you that cannot just be dismissed as a coincidence, like the way you keep showing up for them, the dreams that they're having about you, the things that you guys seem to have in common. If you guys haven't met yet, they could be starting to feel your presence and start to feel like maybe there is something going on here. But I feel like this person is awakening to their spiritual side, and it's been really helping them to stay positive in their life. It's been helping them, because with this Saturn return card, I feel like your person, your future or current partner, is kind of going through a tough phase right now. The Saturn return, it does happen when we're around 29 years old. So if you guys, your person of interest is around that age, this could be a confirmation for you guys. Of course, they don't have to be that age. There's no way everybody's going to be that age. But this represents a time in our life. It's almost like you can think of it as a quarter life crisis, where Saturn comes and gives us a huge reality check about our life and the things that we have built on a shaky foundation, or the things we have pursuing that have been unrealistic or that have not been good for us. They are let go. It's almost like a tower moment in our life where Saturn is coming in and removing all of the things that we have been lying to ourselves with, that we have been out of alignment with. So if we have been pursuing a life that is not really in alignment with our true self, or if we've been pursuing a life that is unrealistic, Saturn's going to come in and take that all away. And we're left there like, it's time to get real. It's time to become an adult. It's time to come up with a real viable plan for my life. And it can feel like a little bit of an existential crisis. Like, what have I been doing with my life? Where have I been going up until now? What even is my life? This can be a very stressful time. And again, this doesn't have to be your person's literal Saturn return that happens when they're 29, but I feel like they are going through something similar in their life. Maybe they're going through a kind of tower moment where a lot of things have fallen apart in their life, plans for their future that were not sound, and they're having to reevaluate a lot of things and question like what the heck they're doing with their life. And I think through this tough time, getting acquainted with their spirituality has helped them to stay positive and help to remind them that everything happens for a reason, and there is some greater plan to what is going on in their life. Even if it feels like chaos at the time, if they keep faith in the idea that there is some greater purpose and that someone is watching over them and guiding them through this mess, they can feel a little bit more confident and a little bit more optimistic going through it, knowing that whatever is waiting for them on the other side is going to be for the best, and it's going to be a life that is better than what they've had up until now. And I think this person is also having a lot of faith that you are out there. Whether they know who you are or not, they have faith that you will be waiting there on the other side for them. And this may be something also that helps them to stay positive. So it looks like your person is going through a little bit of an awakening over here. Definitely they've been through some tough times, but because they believe that it will all be for the best in the end, this is what's helping them to keep fighting. Maybe you guys are experiencing a little bit of this in your life as well, if you guys are mirroring each other. But I'm really excited for you because you're having this breakthrough very soon, this amazing opportunity coming to you. Things are going to start moving in your life, and comfort zones are going to be broken through. Yeah, so this is what I'm seeing for the energy of you guys, and this looks really, really exciting. So we're gonna move into the tarot part of this reading and see what the sequence of events is for your love life from now until the end of 2021. So to start off, we have the Ace of Pentacles. So to start off, we have the Ace of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, Knight of Wands, Four of Pentacles, Divine Wisdom, and the Empress. Wow. All right, so I'm gonna go through these in order because I'm thinking of it as like a chronological chain events for you guys, with this representing now or the very near future, and this end representing the very end of the year. So we are starting this off with the Ace of Pentacles, which is an amazing card for this to start off with. The Ace of Pentacles represents an offer coming to you. So in the context of your love life, this means that you guys are receiving a romantic offer. And because we have the Nine of Cups next to the Ace of Pentacles, this would indicate that it's something that you guys have been wishing or hoping for. Now, of course, this is going to be different for everybody because it is a general reading, and maybe you guys are in different relationship statuses, different stages of your journey. But for example, if you guys have somebody in mind, you have been seeing someone or involved with somebody, this would show them giving you an offer to enter into a committed relationship. And the thing to note about the Pentacles is that it's something that is grounded in reality. It's something that is tangible and something that you can rely on. So this is an offer that is going to be real, that is going to be a commitment, that is going to be serious. I guess what I want to say here is that it's not just words, or it's not just somebody's intention. It's like they're backing it up with their actions. They're offering you something real. That's what I want to say. So this is not somebody just saying, I have feelings for you and I want to be in a relationship someday. This is like, I'm giving you the relationship. We are in a relationship right now in the 3D. I hope you guys know what I mean with that. If you guys have not met your person yet, this could also indicate you guys meeting them in person, because again, the Pentacles has that energy of something being tangible, part of your physical experience. So this could indicate you guys meeting somebody in the flesh, like they're right there, they're right in front of you. This could be somebody reaching out to make amends or reconcile with you if that is something that you guys are wanting. And then if you're already in a committed relationship, this could be you guys taking things to the next level. For example, moving in together, or maybe even engagement. That will just be for a few of you. But this is showing an offer that is coming into you, and this is going to lead to a new beginning or a new chapter in your love life. And with the 9 of Cups next, this is really like a wish come true for you guys. This is why I thought it was something that you guys have already been wishing for or hoping for. I'm seeing that when you guys get this offer, you are going to be so happy, and it is going to be everything that you guys have dreamed of. It's basically going to be exactly the way that you guys have visualized it, the way that you guys have daydreamed about it, both the offer itself and then the life that you live with this person after that. The 9 of Cups has an energy that is very contented and very peaceful. It shows a situation that has minimal stress or minimal pressure. So the compatibility between the two of you is just seamless. And this would indicate a dynamic where there is minimal conflict or disagreement. It's a very smooth and free-flowing kind of energy. Like the two of you just flow together so perfectly. I feel like the two of you uplift each other a lot, so you could give each other a lot of support, a lot of praise. You could be sharing gifts with each other if that's your thing. But through the dynamic between the two of you, I see a ton of gestures showing your mutual appreciation. So it's like not a day goes by where you don't let each other know how happy you are to have each other in your life, because this is also a card of like joy and gratitude, and you will be sharing that with each other. Really, really nice energy. This is going to be a very peaceful connection. And then moving on here to the Knight of Wands, this is another card that makes me think that you guys will uplift each other, because the Knight of Wands is very enthusiastic, very passionate about life. Like he's a go-getter. He goes after what he wants. He knows what he wants and he grabs it. And I feel like you guys will really be a source of encouragement for each other. I know you're both going through a transition. You're both going through a transformation. And I think you guys will be a huge source of encouragement for each other. And you could also be kind of each other's muse. Like you inspire each other to create the things that you create and do the things that you do. You may influence each other's work a lot, even if you're not directly working together. Through the other person's input, you could be influenced by their advice. You could be influenced by their taste and their preferences to do or make something similar in your work. You always have each other in mind when you're out there doing your best, when you're out there working towards your dreams. You are a great source of power and strength for each other. You really lift each other up by directly encouraging each other, but just by being as well. Like just your existence is an inspiration to this person, and just this person's existence is an inspiration to you. I would also say that this card means you guys will have a blast when you are together, because there is this fun-loving and funny kind of energy that I always get from the Knight of Wands. So this could be showing that the two of you share a sense of humor. You help each other not to take life so seriously. So when shit hits the fan in your life and things are getting tough, you will find a way to laugh at it together. You will find a way that the situation is not going to be so heavy and dark, because at the end of the day, you have each other. You're always going to be happy together. This is what really matters. And anything that life throws your way, it's just peanuts. I don't think that's the right expression, but it's just peanuts compared to your bond. Like, you know that you're going to get through it. I also think, and this is maybe a specific message for some of you, but you have this very funny and like flirty banter between the two of you. Like, it's like you say things to each other that is very like flirty or very steamy, like very spicy, but in a joking way, if that makes sense. I don't know, like when they walk by, you're like, ooh, damn, look at that ass or something. And like, yeah, you mean it, but it's a joke, if that makes sense. I feel like this is the kind of banter that you guys will have together. Or you just have this similar sense of humor, and there is a lot of flirty and passionate energy in the Knight of Wands, so I do think that you guys will be very physically attracted to each other. One other thing that I want to say is that while I think the two of you will keep your own lives and your own independence and do your own thing, you definitely will enjoy being involved in each other's lives, like meeting each other's friends, going to each other's favorite places and things like that. You will, get involved in the other person's things while still maintaining your own independent life. Now, there is something I want to talk about too with this Knight of Wands, because you see how there are two people on this card. Two Knights of Wands, two people who are passionate and going after their dreams, like we've talked about. But in this image, they are standing far apart. So somewhere along the line between your getting together and the end of this year, there may be some sort of physical separation between the two of you. And I don't mean this as in the two of you breaking up, but just that you are physically in different places. Now, this could be because of your movement that we see here, like maybe you are moving somewhere else for work, maybe you are being transferred somewhere, or you're going on a lot of business trips, or it could just be that you guys are very, very busy. But I feel like something is going to happen between now and the end of this year that kind of puts you guys far apart. Not emotionally, not in terms of your bond, but just physically. I could feel you guys being separated or in different places for a while and not physically seeing each other as much as you want to. And while you've had such a beautiful and peaceful and joyful bond together, when this moment comes, if I'm honest, it could be a source of sadness, or it could be a source of uneasiness for you guys. But the next card that you have here is the Four of Pentacles. This lets you know that the connection the two of you have is very stable and that it will not be affected by this physical separation. Basically, this person is not going anywhere. And for me personally, this card has a meaning that angels are watching over you and angels are protecting you. Anything that is happening for a reason. The number 4 talks about cycles. So this is just another cycle in your partnership. You come together, you'll go through a separation, at least a physical one, and then you come back together. And there's going to be ups and downs like this in your relationship. Sometimes you see each other a lot, sometimes you might not see each other that much, but what stays stable throughout all of that and what will never change is the bond that you guys have and the love that you guys have for each other. So this card is here so that the angels can let you know that both of you are safe and protected, and that your bond and your connection will not suffer from whatever this separation is, whether it's that you're actually far away from each other or you can't see each other because of a very busy schedule. Know that this connection is not going to suffer from that. And the fact that you have divine wisdom next to this, it really just brings the point home for me that you guys do have a lot of divine support, that this is a divine connection that exists between the two of you. This divine wisdom is making me think of the way that the two of you recognized each other. In fact, this person waking up to their spirituality, it may have been from your influence. Like they saw that you were into spirituality, and that awakened that awakened it within them as well. Or if you guys had not met in the 3D yet, you pursuing your spiritual journey affected them on their end because of your connection, and you actually energetically helped to wake them up to their spiritual side. There is this mutual divine recognition of each other that exists in both of you. I think both of you recognize how special a connection like this is, and you're not going anywhere. You're staying in each other's lives, and you're staying close no matter what. And also with that message of everything happens for a reason, there is a greater divine plan behind everything that is happening to you. There may be some purpose for this physical separation. There may be some lessons or some experiences that you guys are just meant to go through on your own. I think your person is going to be fine during this separation because they've been through this realization in their own life. When things like this happen, there's a greater reason for it. They've kind of learned this firsthand. I'm sure that you guys have learned this or heard this message very many times as well. So I think that you guys are definitely in the right mindset. I think that this is temporary because I see the Empress at the end of the year. So I don't want you guys to think this is like, 6 months, you're never gonna see each other. Maybe it's like, I don't know, 1, 2, 3 months where you're not seeing each other that often, or where you're far away from each other. But by the end of the year, with the Empress here, I do see you guys back together, and you're coming back together more successful and more abundant. So maybe there was like a little bit of time apart where you guys were really focusing on your own dreams and focusing on your own project. Maybe you had to make a trip, or you were transferred somewhere for a bit, like I mentioned before. But when you come back and reunite, maybe this is around like the end of year holidays, you guys have really both transformed and glowed up, if that's the past tense. Yeah. Transformed and glowed up. You will be more successful. You will be more wealthy. You will be more confident. You will be more beautiful. I feel like you guys are going through a physical transformation with this Empress as well, because the Empress is a sign of beauty. Maybe it's just because you're more confident and you have less stresses in your life that you're just glowing from the inside out, or it could be that something in your appearance has gone through a major shift, but you're coming back bigger, better, stronger versions of yourselves, and you're coming back with even more love for each other. I feel like this is really going to be like an absence makes the heart grow fonder situation. Everything is going to pick up exactly the same. I feel like you guys are best friends no matter what, so nothing could have really shaken this bond in the first place. But I'm seeing, like, when you guys come back together, I can see just this really beautiful embrace between the two of you, and like you're never gonna let each other go again, and back to this feeling of immense appreciation and gratitude for each other. And I feel like when you're reunited, like for the next while after your reunion, you're going to be really, really close physically. Like you always want to be holding each other, or you always want to be touching each other, because you just miss each other so much, and you're so excited to like catch up on what the other person has been up to. Well, it's not like you're not in communication. Of course you guys are going to be like texting and calling each other all the time, but to hear it in person, to hear all of the little funny stories and all of the trials and errors and all of the sights that you saw. I feel like I'm getting kind of dramatic, but you'll be filling each other in, you'll be catching up. Your bond will be stronger than ever. With the Empress here, this could be indicating like talks of moving to the next level, talks of moving in together, even talks of like committing and having a family, although that will definitely depend on your situation. But I am thinking of the Empress as, the mother, as the symbol of fertility, as a message of having children. So there may be some conversation of you guys moving things in that direction, or there could be conversation of you guys working together, because there is the number 3 here. This is the number of creation, manifestation, abundance. It can indicate 2 people coming together to create a third. So maybe you guys have been apart, you've been working on your own projects, you've been advancing your own careers, you come together, and this is the start of a new chapter, and it's like you're saying, maybe we can do this next chapter together. Maybe we can think of something that we can create together, some project or some business. So the end of the year is bringing you guys together, talking excitedly about your future plans, which is super exciting because it means that 2022 is going to be the phrase that comes to me is such a wild ride. Such a wild ride for you guys, and I feel like you'll be spending a lot more time together next year, feeling like the world is your oyster and that you can create anything. So just before we end the reading, I'm going to take some tea leaf oracle cards the same way I did for the general rest of 2021 reading. I think I followed the format pretty closely, but let's see what else Spirit wants you guys to know. What else does Spirit want you to know for your love life? In the rest of 2021. We have Quill with Get Back to the Basics. For some reason, this made me think of the 2 of you writing letters to each other. I guess because you can write with a quill, and then you have the 3rd house of communication. And then if you think of like writing a physical letter, that's like getting back to the basics, as opposed to, you know, this modern way of communicating, like texting and FaceTime and WhatsApp and all this kind of stuff. So you guys could be writing each other love letters, which would be really, really sweet. Also, there could also be a message here that your partner really appreciates you in your natural state. If I think of the phrase get back to the basics, like your partner loves to see you, finds you most attractive when you are not all done up and you're just wearing what makes you comfortable or nothing. And we have the Throne. Look, position of authority. So this matches with the 10th house of career and status. I honestly feel like this is going to be both of you guys. You guys are definitely well on your way to a position of authority if you aren't already. This could also be an indicator that this partner is treating you like royalty, is really spoiling you. You're not on a pedestal, but you are on a throne. Ooh, and firecracker with excitement. Yeah, so this reminds me of that Knight of Wands energy where you guys are having so much fun together. You are always laughing together. And there is this kind of spark that exists between the 2 of you. It may feel like sparks when you touch each other. It might feel like fireworks going off. And I do think that your physical relationship will be explosive, for lack of a better word, very passionate, because there's been a lot of vibes that I'm getting throughout this reading of you guys being like flirtatious and very attracted to each other and having a lot of fun together. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have Dark Man. Dealings or relationship with a man with dark complexion or hair. So these are the final messages for you guys. Oh, we also have leg at the bottom. So maybe this person likes your legs or you like their legs or something. And stepping into a new experience, you guys try new things together. Yeah? All right. Okay, I'm gonna end there. For real. So thank you very, very much for letting me do this reading for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself. Stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that. I also have a Patreon, so if you guys are interested in seeing even more exclusive pick-a cards where you get to choose the topic, that will be linked down below too. Sending you guys lots of love and much love to your partner as well. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye. Hi number 2s. So if you guys chose the fluorite, This is going to be a reading all about what is going on for you in your love life from now until the end of 2021. So I want to start off this reading with my astrological house papers. I used these in the general rest of 2021 video, and then I felt called to use them in this one as well. So I'll just take a couple of them and we'll see what your first messages are for your love life. So the first one, I don't know why, but I'm having such a hard time saying words today. The first one that we have is number 6 with the messages of health and routine. So when we're talking about your love life, this could be indicating that somebody is going to become a part of your everyday life or your routine, so to speak. So somebody that you've been interested in, they could be starting to make an appearance in your everyday life, like you're talking to them every day or you're meeting them in person regularly, and they've sort of become a normal part of your life. So this could indicate a bond that is getting closer, you're starting to feel more comfortable with each other. This could also indicate, I'm thinking of, because this is inspired by the 6th house, it's also associated with Virgo energy. So I'm thinking of somebody who is very helpful, someone who is supporting you, someone who is giving you advice and helping you get your life together. So there could be somebody in your life that is playing this role for you, or you're playing this role for someone else, or of course it could be a mutual thing where you have each other's back, you're always making sure that the other is on track, helping each other to stay accountable and on the right path towards their goals. I feel like whoever is coming into your life or whoever is in your life is a very healthy influence for you, because of course we have the word health here. You see, I just can't say words today. If you have not met your person yet, your future partner yet, it could be indicating that by the end of this year, not only will they come into your life, but they will be a consistent part of your life. When I look at the word routine, it makes me think of consistency. It makes me think of someone who is around quite frequently and who is like a normal occurrence in your life, if that makes sense. So you're getting very comfortable with each other and you're becoming a bigger part of each other's lives. There's also flowers here. So there could be somebody who is giving you flowers or somebody who wants to give you flowers. These two cards came out together in the general rest of 2021 reading as well, 6 and 9. Okay, so the 9 is inspired by the 9th house in astrology, and it has the messages of travel and education. For those of you guys who are students, whether you are attending school or you are pursuing some sort of education on your own, this could lead to you meeting your future partner. Like you could meet them at school or in a course that you're taking. You could have similar interests. If you guys are traveling by the end of this year, you could meet somebody on a trip, or this can indicate a relationship with a foreigner. So somebody who is from a different country or from a different background, somebody who has different experiences than you and will be expanding your horizon, so to speak, or maybe broadening your perspective is a better way to say that. Interesting. So these are the first messages for your love life. So let's move on to the oracle card section of your reading. Oh, and the same way I mentioned that this is Virgo energy, the 9th house would be Sagittarius energy. So if that matches with you or somebody that you have in mind, it can be a confirmation, but it doesn't have to be. We might uncover some more zodiac signs as we keep going, but I just wanted to mention that. So for the oracle card part of this reading, as you can see, I have 2 groups of 3 oracle cards, and this will represent your energy and the energy of your person. And when I say your person, this can be your future partner whom you haven't met yet. It can be your current person of interest. It can be your current significant other, whatever matches for your situation. So for you, oh look, we have love. Listen to your intuition, and Leo with I will. And for your person, we have fire, yes with an exclamation point, which is important to note, and fire again. The fire element with desire. So it looks like there is a lot of fire energy in this reading. Obviously, on your person's end, there are 2 fire cards. Let me see if I can get rid of the glare. And then we have Leo over here. And then we also had this 9 card, which would indicate Sagittarius energy. So maybe you or this person are fire signs, or that is a dominant element of your chart. Or it could be indicating that there is a lot of passion in this relationship. And I'm sort of getting the feeling that you guys who chose this reading, maybe you do already have somebody in mind, or you're already involved with somebody, because all of this fiery energy is making me think of, I think it's in the Moonology Oracle deck, and it's actually the full moon in Aries, which is another fire sign, and it says a fiery climax approaches. And that's the kind of feeling that I'm getting when I look at these cards. There is a fiery climax that is about to come in your love life. I suppose that could be, meeting your future partner whom you haven't met before, but I get the feeling that it's like maybe you guys are already in love with somebody, or you already are very interested in someone, or have your mind on somebody. And what we're seeing here is that things are coming to fruition, things are coming to a climax between you and this person. I definitely think with this love card that you guys have likely had love or had this person heavy on your mind. And I do think that Spirit is telling you guys with this that you are ready to take things to the next level. So you are ready to meet this person, you are ready to come into union with this person, you're ready to move up to the next level of your relationship with them. And look, we have flowers again. So maybe you guys have been seeing flowers as a sign that this person is coming into union with you, or that this person is thinking about you. Especially if you see roses or tulips, that may be an important sign for you guys. Or again, it could be that this person really wants to give you flowers, or even that this person thinks you are very beautiful like a flower. And we also have the card of listen to your intuition. So this is telling me that when it comes to your love life, when it comes to how you feel about somebody, when it comes to what you see for the future, your intuition is spot on. So for those of you who have had some, I don't know if suspicion is the right word, have some hunches about your love life, or have some desired outcome, I would hope that this reading can serve as a confirmation to you guys that whatever you have been thinking about in terms of your love life is going to come true in your reality. And this oracle deck is messages from your angels. So you likely have angels who have been trying to confirm this connection or confirm this future to you, and they want you to know that your intuition is accurate, and they would like you to trust it more. And I think it's kind of cool how this makes like an exchange. Like the angels are saying, listen to your intuition, and then you are saying, I will. Your angels want you to listen more to what your intuition is telling you, because it is right. And again, Leo is a sign of a lot of passion, but it's also a sign of confidence. So I feel like you guys have been receiving messages, you have been receiving signs when it comes to your love life, but you could be doubting them a little bit. And this Leo card is coming out to tell you that you can be more confident about the messages you're receiving, and you can be more confident about your hunches about the other person. Like if you've been thinking they have feelings for me too, you've been thinking they want to reach out to you, you've been thinking they want to make a move towards you, or if you haven't met this person yet and you've been really feeling that they're going to come into your life soon, be confident with that belief. Like, you know what you're talking about. Your intuition knows what you're talking about. With the Leo energy, in addition to confidence, there's also affectionate nature that comes with it, and a playful nature. Your angels really want you to enjoy the fun side of love now, the bright side of love now. Maybe you guys have been through a lot of tough times in the past, in previous relationships, or just struggling a lot with love. Maybe you've been through a very dark phase of healing and shadow work and painful growth. And that's sort of the heavy side of things. That's sort of the dark side of things. But your angels are saying that in this next chapter of your love life, it's all about enjoying the light-hearted and bright and beautiful and fun and passionate side of things. yes, there are some struggles that come with this journey, but it's not time to struggle right now. Your angels don't want you to struggle anymore. They only want you to enjoy yourself, and they want you to passionately express your love. And they want you to be confident that this love is coming to you. This is really nice. Okay, so let's move over to the side of your person. It's very interesting that we have 2 fire elements here. Definitely makes me think of passion. And then we also have the message of desire on this fire element. And I'm thinking that this person, it's like they're on fire for you. I don't know if that's an actual expression, but like you set them on fire with their desire for you. So if this person is already in your life, already knows who you are, I have a feeling that they are constantly thinking about you. They are very, very attracted to you, both the inside and out. They are just crazy about you. They may often think about you in a sensual or sexual kind of way. They might have that kind of fantasies, if I think of this like fiery and burning up feeling. And even if this person has not met you yet, I feel like they are really longing for you. They may have some dreams about you that could be very passionate or steamy in nature. The whole energy of this spread is telling me like things are heating up or things are very hot between the 2 of you. And even if you're not together in the 3D, this can definitely be happening in the 5D. And like things are heating up energetically, but I feel like this person is crazy about you. I feel like they have definitely dreamt about you, even if you guys have not met, because the element of fire can also talk about our instinct and our intuition. So it's like, even if they don't know you in the 3D, they just know. They just know that you're out there. They have this gut feeling that they're going to be united with you soon. And I think they are getting very excited about it. And it's interesting, you both have these confirming messages from the angels. Over here with you, listen to your intuition. And with this person, yes. It's like the angels are giving both of you a huge yes, confirming this connection, confirming that it's going to happen. And I pointed out before that there is an exclamation point on this yes. In this deck, there's just like a regular yes and no with no punctuation. And then there's like the yes and no with the exclamation point. And I think of these a little bit differently. The yes with the exclamation point to me is like, you're being pushed to take an action. Like, what are you waiting for? Go for it. So when it comes to this connection, it could be that the ball is in your person's court, so to speak. Like it's their turn to take an action next, or there's some step that they need to take in order for this union to happen. But they just need that extra push that this is real. They need that extra confirmation that you're interested and that they should go for it. And I feel like their divine guidance has been trying to tell them like, yes, 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 this person wants you. This person is ready for a loving relationship. Go for it. You guys are getting huge green lights on both ends from your angels. So I'm very interested to see what we have in the tarot cards. What we're going to look at here is like the series of events from now, whenever you're watching, until the end of this year, and we'll go through them in order. So first, first we have the 2 of Cups, the Magician. Wow, there's a lot of fire. King of Swords, Nine of Swords, the Hermit. So we have Virgo again, and the King of Cups. It could also be that September is going to be a significant month for you guys in your love life. Obviously, June has already passed at the time that this is uploaded, but September has not passed yet. So if you happen to stumble upon this video like in July, August, September, then something important may be happening in September for you guys. But let's go through these cards in order. Starting here with the 2 of Cups. As you guys might know, this is a card of relationships, of reciprocity, of mutual feelings, of love, romance, soulmates. And this is the card that is coming up like in the beginning end of this whole line. So you can think of the cards over here as like the current energy or the very near future. This card, to me, I see two souls coming together in a union. So no wonder there is all of this fire and crazy climax energy, because it looks like at the time that you guys are watching this reading, there is some sort of union that is imminent for you, whether that is meeting your future partner whom you haven't met before, or coming together with the person you're already interested in, or reaching a higher level of commitment with your current partner. Something like that is happening very, very soon for you guys. You have the Magician right next to this card, which the Magician is super lightning fast to me, very quick. So maybe even within a month that you guys are watching this, the union could be happening for you. This is a very peaceful union. It's a very fair union, meaning that the energy exchange between the two of you is equal and balanced. It makes sense because I feel like the energies up here between you and your person were quite similar. You can see these two people are mirrored images, so you guys might mirror each other in a lot of ways, and you both feel the same way about each other. You're both ready for this relationship. You're both ready to put in equal energy and effort and really make it work. And I feel like you guys are quite compatible. You complement each other really well. I don't know, this is very straightforward to me. Like you coming together with somebody in a happy union. With the Magician here, this may be something that you guys were trying to manifest, because that is one of the meanings of the Magician, using your abilities as a manifester and a divine creator to bring about your desired reality. You guys may have actually accelerated this union because of your very strong will and your very strong manifestation abilities. I think you guys are going to feel really good after this union. You're going to feel very happy. Looking at the card here, there is a wand, a cup, a pentacle, and a sword. And the idea of this, it's all four elements or all four suits. And it's like you have everything you need, or you have everything it takes. So with the wand, this would be like you have the passion. Well, of course, we have seen that so strongly throughout this reading. You have the passion, you have the physical chemistry. With the cup, you have the emotional connection. With the sword, you have the intellectual connection. And with the pentacle, you have the stability, the trust, the solid foundation. So what this is showing me is like you and this person have all of the ingredients. You have all of the ingredients for a happy union. This card is also a number 1, so it indicates a new beginning. When you come together, this is really going to feel like the start of a new chapter in your life, and you're going to feel that there is a lot of potential. Like I see you guys really, really excited for the future. Now, let's move on to the King of Swords here, and maybe this will seem like a little bit of a bummer. This could be the energy of you, this could be the energy of your person, or it could be both of you. But it seems like somebody in this connection is going to be guarded in some way, or a little bit emotionally detached in some way, or a little bit distant in some way. And as you spend more time together, you will start to pick up on that energy. I'm feeling that it could be the other person, but honestly, for some, it could be both of you, because being distant or being emotionally detached in some way, I think it has less to do with, feeling distant from the person, and more to do with wanting to protect yourself, maybe from a past hurt or something like that. I'm not really worried about it, because obviously I can see the end of this reading, and with the Magician, like we've already been through, you guys do have amazing compatibility, and you have all of the ingredients for a successful relationship, and you have all of the potential. But with this King of Swords, it seems like somebody is scared. When it comes to the King of Swords, in the battle of our head versus our heart, the King of Swords would more favor the heart, would be more rational, would be more logical, and he can come across as like, I would even go so far to say cold, distant, detached, and things like that. So there will be a little bit of that energy. I think as things move deeper with you guys. So what it kind of looks like to me is you're coming together. Maybe this is representing like your honeymoon phase where you're very, very happy and things are going amazingly well. But as time goes by and you should be, getting closer and deepening your bond, and you should be opening up more and being more vulnerable and like talking about your future plans, talking about your feelings and this and that. It could be one or both of you who is kind of holding back in that regard, who is being guarded, who has their walls up a little bit. And with the card next to it, the Nine of Swords, this will be a source of stress or worry in the relationship. So in the example that it's the other person is acting a little bit distant, they're acting more from their head rather than their heart. This could be a source of worry for you because maybe you're wondering if they're not going to open up anymore, if this is going to cause problems in the relationship, if they're acting like this because they don't feel close to you or because they don't love you or some reason like that. Now, when it comes to the Nine of Swords, this does show a little bit of overthinking and it shows us getting in our heads. So it's likely that whoever is behaving like the King of Swords is just a little bit afraid of getting hurt, is just a little bit anxious about opening up. You can see this king has like very hard metallic armor, so this person is likely just guarding their heart. But the Nine of Swords person could be worrying a lot, like, oh my gosh, they've lost interest in me, they've fallen out of love with me, they don't see a future with me. And that is not the case at all. The person who is acting like the King of Swords definitely has so much love and so much desire in their heart for the other person. I have no doubt of this in my mind with the Two of Cups. So I think they're just kind of scared, or maybe they're just even not used to opening up like that. Maybe they're just not used to expressing their emotions in such a deep way, and it's just something that they need to take some time to get accustomed to. So whoever the Nine of Swords person is, I feel like they're worrying about it so much, but it's really not the end of the world. But they may be kind of blowing it out of proportion because they care about this person so much. They don't want anything to go wrong. And they, came into this union with so much passion, and there was this honeymoon phase and everything seemed great. So it could hit the Nine of Swords person a little bit hard, and they could be wondering if like the relationship is going to change or is going to come to an end because of this. I'm imagining that there will be some sort of conversation about this, some sort of communication. So this will be brought to the forefront. This person's concerns will be brought into the discussion. I feel like you're acting more distant. I feel like you're not opening up as much. I feel like you're not talking about your feelings as much. And rather than being met with defensiveness, I think because the King of Swords is a king, so at the end of the day, he's very mature, he's very self-aware, he's an evolved person, he's a grown person. And I say he because it's a king, but this person can be any gender. So rather than being met with defensiveness, I do think this King of Swords person is going to reflect and think about the ways in which that's accurate, in which they have been being distant and they have been closed off. Because the next card is the Hermit, and this is about introspection, this is about reflection, this is about soul searching. Usually we see the Hermit is like walking into the darkness with a lantern. So this is like going into the depths of your shadows and figuring out the cause of your behavior. And when there's a problem, it's like looking under the hood and going within to see what is wrong. So the King of Swords person is not going to say like, what are you talking about? I've been open, I've been emotional, I've been communicating. Because they're mature and they respect their partner, and probably they feel some level of truth to it. So they're going to take that concern to heart, and I think go into this period of reflection. There may be a little bit of separation between you at this time, there may not be. I honestly don't feel very strongly that it's one way or the other, so maybe it's kind of mixed. And I definitely don't think this would be a breakup, but maybe it's just like a, I need a little bit of space, I need a bit of time to myself to think and figure out what the root of this detachment is or this distance is. They can figure out what is it that they're afraid of. Like, are they afraid of vulnerability? Are they afraid of abandonment? Are they afraid of betrayal? Are they just afraid of falling for someone really hard? What is the source of the fear? With this Hermit card, I think this is where we see the healing taking place. This is where we find the root of the problem. And the number 9 on this card, it can also talk about gaining a greater perspective and leveling up. So there will be growth that comes from this chapter. The King of Swords person will come out of this with an answer. They'll come out of it with clarity, and they will come out of it healed, because the final card that we have here is the King of Cups. So it's really interesting to see this transition, because, and there's literal hearts on this card, whereas the King of Swords is acting more from his mind and logic, the King of Cups is acting from his heart, from his compassion. He's a master of his emotions. He has a very healthy relationship with his emotions. He's not afraid to be vulnerable. He's not afraid to be affectionate. He's not afraid to cry. He's not afraid to share his love and his romantic gestures. He's very, very open with his relationship. So for me, this is like a 180. Oh, and I just realized these are double 9s. So what it took for this to happen was open communication and mutual respect and some inner reflection. This is, look, and you guys got the message of health at the beginning of this reading. Like, when I tell you this is a very healthy relationship, and yes, there will be some problems and there will be some stressful times that come up, but it's nothing that can't be fixed with open and honest communication. And it's just proving, like, you guys have the communication, you have the stability and trust, you have the emotional connection, you have the spark. Like I said, you have everything you need to make this relationship successful. And that doesn't mean it's gonna feel happy and amazing all the time, but it means that whenever you come up to difficulties like this, your bond is strong enough and you guys are mature enough that you can make it through any issues like this. And so this is the energy that we see at the end of the year, this King of Cups. So now I see the two of you in a very sweet and nurturing and affectionate relationship. You're definitely able to be very open about your emotions. It's interesting. It seems like it started with a lot of passion and like physical chemistry, and then as you progress on your journey, it really, really grows into something very, very deep. So maybe for those of you who had just started with like an attraction, like if you feel really, really drawn to somebody, even if it's just based on looks or the chemistry or the sparks that you feel, I think it's worth exploring it deeper, because I'm telling you, there's so much potential in this connection for something very deep and meaningful and something very serious. And I really think that you could be with this person for a very long time. When you have the King coming through, and it doesn't matter like if this is you or them, but like this is the real deal when you have Kings present and when you have the Two of Cups present. This is like the real thing. At this point, you guys might start to realize more about your psychic connection between each other, because the Cups court cards do have this kind of intuitive, perceptive, empathic, and even psychic abilities to them. So I feel like you guys will be very finely tuned into each other's thoughts and emotions and overall like mental state. You pick up on each other's energy very, very well. You may dream about each other very frequently, or even sometimes it feels like you're in telepathic communication. You have a very, very close bond. Wow. So I'm going to finish off this reading with some tea leaf oracle cards, and we're just going to see if there's anything else that Spirit wants you guys to know about your love life from now until the end of 2021. What else? Whoa. Let me try that again. What else does Spirit want you guys to know about your love life? There's ink pot, problems to be resolved. That makes a lot of sense based on what we saw before. It's interesting. Group 1 it was a quill in their first card, and it made me think of like writing letters to each other. And then I just realized that this image is a quill with a pot of ink. So even more so, it has that imagery of writing letters. So maybe this person is going to write you a love letter, or you guys will send each other like really long messages. We have pale with time to get out of a situation. These images look very, very similar. There's like something that is spilling out. It's making me think of like your emotions, or your heart is spilling out. It's even making me think of like the Aquarius water bearer who like pours out their vessel. It could be like you guys are spilling your hearts to each other. With this time to get out of a situation, there may be something that one of you guys is leaving behind. Maybe you're leaving behind a living situation, or you're leaving behind a job, or you're leaving behind a community. There's something that you need to get out of. And that is maybe making you feel, or has been making you feel not yourself lately, that has been making you feel trapped lately. There's something to walk away from. We have dark woman, which is funny because group 1 got dark man. Dealings or relationship with a woman with dark complexion or hair. It fell on the floor. Dolphin, financial gain usually coming from something you did in the past. I don't know how this relates to your love life, but it looks like Spirit wanted to give you this message. And we also have at the bottom Lily with spiritual love, and it's another freaking flower. There is some significance about flowers in your connection. You will see them a lot as a sign to know that you're on the right path, or when your union is drawing near, or this person is going to give you flowers, or they're going to give you flowers. There's a lot of flower imagery when it comes to this connection. Dolphins could also be a sign. Like, I don't know if you guys would see dolphins in real life, but if you see the image of a dolphin, if you see it appear a lot in other readings that you watch, for example, or you're just seeing pictures of them, that could also be a sign of your person and that your union is drawing near. But these are all the messages that I have for you guys today, so I'm going to end the reading there. Thank you very, very much for letting me do this reading for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that. I also have a Patreon, so if you guys are interested in seeing even more exclusive pick-a cards where you get to choose the topic, that will be linked down below too. I'm sending you guys lots of love and much love to your person as well, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye! Hi number 3s, so if you guys chose the Aventurine, this is going to be your reading all about what is happening in your love life from now, whenever you're watching this video, until the end of 2021. So I wanted to start off this reading with my astrological house papers. I used these in the general rest of 2021 video as well, and then I felt called to use them today. So I'm gonna take a couple to get your first messages about your love life in the rest of 2021. So the first one that we have here is number 9. I believe there was another pile that got this one, but this is of course inspired by the 9th house in astrology, and it has the messages of travel and education. So if you guys have any plans to travel by the end of this year, to go on a trip, or even to relocate, like if you guys are moving, and it doesn't have to be somewhere super far away, but some kind of displacement, I think is the right word, or some kind of relocation could lead to you guys meeting somebody new, could lead to you coming into union with your future partner. Or if you are already in a relationship, this could be showing that you and your partner will be traveling together. But in a more broader interpretation, this can also indicate a connection with somebody who is from another country, from another cultural background than you. It can indicate a long distance relationship. And with this message of education, this would be somebody who you can really learn from. You really broaden each other's perspective and you really teach each other about a different side of the world or about a different side of life. And this message of education could also be for those of you who are students, who are going to school or pursuing some type of education on your own. This could also lead to you meeting someone new, or this could also lead to a union. Your pursuits of education could have something to do with your love life, as we are seeing here. And then the next one is number 4 with home and family. So it's interesting that we have travel and home. Maybe you guys are moving, or maybe your future partner is going to be moving to where you are. It's like your home is moving, if that makes sense. But what first came to mind when I look at this card is somebody that you feel very at home with, that you feel very comfortable with. Of course, this is inspired by the 4th house, and this is like a place where we feel comfortable and safe and secure. So I do feel that this is the type of partnership that you guys are attracting. The family could be a sign that you are soul family with this person, or, and maybe this applies to just some people, but it could be indicating that you guys would start a family together someday, or there's at least the potential for the connection to go in that direction. But it's interesting. I feel like on the outside, maybe you guys seem to be very different. Like you come from different places, you've had different experiences up until now in your life. But despite your differences, you still feel so similar to each other. You still feel so familiar to each other. And I think that is because of the soul bond that the two of you have. So even if your human vessels and your human lives are different, your souls recognize each other. And for that, you feel very safe and secure together. These are actually really nice together. So let's move on to the oracle card part of this reading. These do not stick on the table anymore. Maybe I should make new ones. They're starting to like fold in weird ways. But anyway, oh my gosh. I've been so like clumsy for the whole filming of this video. I've been like stumbling on my words a bunch, and that noise you keep hearing is me knocking the light. All right, so the oracle card part of this reading, as you can see, there are 3 oracle cards to each, and one will be for your energy and one will be for the energy of your person. So when I say your person, this can be your future partner, this can be your current person of interest if you have one, or your current partner if you have one. So however it applies to your situation. So for you, we have support, we have let go, and we have Cancer, I feel. And interestingly, Cancer would match with the 4th house. So we have double Cancer energy here. And I didn't mention before, but the 9th house would be Sagittarius energy. This can be confirmation for you guys if you or somebody that you have in mind is these signs, but you definitely don't have to be. The number 9 could also be indicating the month of September as a significant time when something will happen in your love life, or the number 4 could be indicating 4 weeks or 4 months from now. So for your person, we have change in the near future, and Pluto with the message of transformation. So this would also be Scorpio energy. We have the number 11 here, so it could be like a November born person, or the month of November could be important for you guys. But let's take a look at what we have here. I'll start over on this side. This is your energy. With this support card, it looks like you guys are getting a lot of divine support in your love life right now. Your spirit guides and your angels are working on preparing you for your union, and they're working on bringing a happy and healthy union to you. With the message of let go that is combined with this, maybe they have been helping you quite a bit in letting go of your judgments, letting go of your doubts, and also letting go of how things need to happen and when things need to happen, and staying open to the divine plan. That can be very difficult for most of us, I think, because we always want to know, like, how is it going to happen? When is it going to happen? And what should I do? And we tend to attach to certain outcomes or certain ways of things playing out. And your guides and angels have been really helping you to feel like it's okay with not knowing, and that you will stay on the right path without even trying. They want you to trust that your intuition is going to keep you on the right path here, and that you have so much support to be brought into this union, to be brought towards the person you are meant to be with. I also feel like with this Cancer card, they're helping you to trust your emotions more. It's obviously a good thing to use our logic and use our rational mind, but when that part of us starts to doubt our heart and doubt our intuition and doubt how we're feeling, it can be harmful and it can be discouraging. So I think your angels are helping you to honor your feelings and to validate your feelings. Like if you have a desire for somebody, whether that be just to meet somebody or a specific person, that emotion is valid and it deserves to be explored and it deserves to be pursued rather than to be doubted or dismissed. So they're really helping you to feel like your feelings are real and that they are valid and that you can trust them and that you can act on them. Your feelings are beautiful and they should be respected and treasured. Maybe you guys are a Cancer, and if so, that could be a little bit of confirmation for you. But in general, when I see Cancer, it makes me think of the energy of like a loving spirit guide who is watching over you. So of course, I've been talking about the support that you guys have in the divine realms. I also think that you guys are very closely protected. And this card is coming out because your guides and your angels want you to know how loved you are. They love you so much. And whatever it is that you feel, whatever it is that your heart desires, they're going to do everything in their power to support that and to lead you there. Now, there's one alternative interpretation I can see for this. It may only resonate with some of you guys, but this may be a healing or an energetic purging process that we're looking at here. So maybe you guys have gone through this recently, or you could be going through this very soon. But there's something about the way like all of these cups are pouring and it's raining, and it's making me think of like a floodgate being opened in your emotions, almost as if some of you, there was like one limiting belief that you were trying to heal, or there was like one insecurity that you were trying to heal. But then when you went back and you looked within, it opened up some floodgate, and then there was a bunch of unhealed wounds. There was a bunch of unresolved issues that just spilled out. And maybe it was more than what you were expecting. You didn't realize that you had that much to heal. And emotions just keep pouring out. Water can represent our emotions. The way it's raining down like this, it looks like tears to me. And then of course, we have this Cancer energy with I feel, and this energy is known for being very emotional or very sensitive. Maybe you guys have felt extra emotional for the past while, and this kind of looks like a chain reaction to me, some kind of domino effect where there was one thing you were trying to heal, and then you just kept going farther and farther back, and it led to something else and something else and something else. And the next thing you know, you're like looking back at your early childhood and healing these wounds. I feel like a lot of you guys have been on this healing journey already, but it might be something that is coming up in the near future, and know that you will have support for that as well. This is a reading about your love life, so it may be that there are some wounds that need to be healed or some things that need to be purged from your past so that you can let go, as this card says, and move on and welcome new love. Welcome the love that you really want. So this is what I see on your side. Let's move over now to the energy of your person, which again can be your future partner whom you haven't met, or your current partner, or your person of interest, whatever applies to your situation. And it looks like this person is going through a major transformation. We have the message of literally transformation with Pluto, as well as change. But when it comes to the Pluto nature of transformation, the camera just went to 1111, and we're talking about the number 11 card. So that might be an important number for you guys. When it comes to transformations of the Pluto variety, these are like groundbreaking changes. These are major shifts. These are not just like little tweaks. So Your person is changing from the ground up, and they are changing for the better. It could actually be that your person is going through a spiritual awakening, because when I look at this change card, this is a journey going within. So it's like your person is doing some soul searching or some soul discovery. They're going within to figure out who they truly are. And when it comes to Pluto change, oftentimes it does rebuild things back up from the foundation. In fact, I think that the Tower card in tarot, which is like things coming crashing down that were built on a shaky foundation, I think that its astrological association is actually Pluto or Scorpio. I will put a little subtitle if I'm wrong, but this is giving me Tower energy here. There could be some things that your person has spent a lot of time building up in their life that they are now knocking down because they're realizing that that's not really in alignment with who they want to be. They could actually be doing a lot of emotional healing as well, and a lot of purging as well. I can actually see ways in which both of your journeys right now are mirroring each other. You're going through these tough times and you're coming out and you're changing for the better. Also, looking at this change, how it starts on the outside and then it goes further inwards and inwards. I feel like your person has been feeling dissatisfied for some time, or like unhappy with the way things are in their life. And at first they tried to change things on the outside, but no matter how much they changed things on the outside, it's like they couldn't find the fulfillment that they were looking for. And the more they went on this journey, the more they realized that their true happiness is going to come from within. If they want to change something, they have to change from within first. So yeah, this feels like a spiritual awakening to me that they are going through. With this message in the near future, it might be that they haven't reached this point of transformation just yet, but in the near future, something is going to trigger them to make this change. And they're going through like a metamorphosis. They will come out as a butterfly. They will come out awakened. They will come out in alignment with their true purpose. And they will have true peace and fulfillment that comes from within, not from any external circumstances or external validation. So I can see how this is kind of a tough journey for both of you. There is a lot of healing and transformation going on here. But the two of you will transform together, and the two of you will come together. Wow. Okay, so let's move on now to the tarot portion of your reading. And this is going to show us sort of like the series of events. So on this end, it will represent now or the near future. And on this end, it will represent the end of 2021. Wow, yeah. So first we have shadow work. This makes a lot of sense for both of you. Six of Pentacles. Death. There's a lot of Scorpio energy here as well. Cancer, Scorpio, a little bit of Sagittarius. Seven of Pentacles. Four of Wands. And the 10 of Pentacles. All right, so I will start on this end of the row. We have shadow work at the very beginning. So this would be the energy that you are currently in, or the energy of the near future. And I also want to point out that we have the Six of Pentacles next to this, because this is a card that talks about like balance and equality, something, you know, being the same on both sides. So I really do think that you and this person are mirroring each other right now. You are going through a healing and transformative period. You are going through shadow work. This is, of course, for your own happiness and your own growth, so that you can move forward and achieve all of your dreams. But I do think this shadow work is also going to have a positive impact on your love life. You guys may be working through hurts from previous relationships, like trust issues or abandonment issues, or any insecurities that have come from serious relationships in the past, whether those be romantic partners or just somebody who had a lot of influence in your life, such as a very close friend or a family member. and unlearning and any insecurities that those relationships have taught you. You guys may also be working with feelings of worthiness, feelings of receiving, like being able to receive love or being able to receive your blessings in general, and sort of working through your limiting beliefs when it comes to manifesting what you want. And I feel like even if your person doesn't have that level of spiritual awareness to call what they're going through things like shadow work or awakening, they will still be going through it nonetheless. The Six of Pentacles here, I do interpret this as a soulmate card. That is just my personal interpretation, because I think of like equal counterparts, and sometimes there are two people on this card that are dressed similarly as the two people on the Two of Cups, like in the Rider-Waite, for example. I think that's first where I got that interpretation from. But what I feel when I look at the Six of Pentacles when it comes to a love reading is that, again, exactly as this card says, you do have divine support when it comes to this union. Your guides and angels are working to bring you together with this person. This person is your equal. This person is your counterpart. You're going through a lot of similar experiences right now. And it's almost like as your union gets closer, you'll start to mirror each other more and more. Your experiences will start to mirror each other more and more. The way you express yourself, for some of you, it could even be the way you look or the way you present yourself starts to mirror each other. I know maybe that seems kind of out there for some people, but your appearance could start to shift in some way and you can start to look more like each other. As you energetically become more in sync, it's like your lives are syncing in many different ways. Now, what this looks like to me, because we have shadow work, then we have the Six of Pentacles, and then we have death, is that this could be one of those situations where you come together with somebody and then you come apart again. Or if you haven't met this person yet, it could be that you meet them, but then things don't progress right away. Because this death card, it is about the end of a cycle. I'm thinking this has to do with your shadow work and this has to do with your transformation. So with this Six of Pentacles, like sandwiching between the shadow work and the death card, it kind of looks to me like this is not like you complete your shadow work and you make a clean break and you transform and then you come together. It's kind of like you're coming into each other's lives while you're still in the thick of your healing process, when you're still in the middle of the transformation. So it could be that you guys meet each other and then you can't be together quite yet because you still have work to do on yourselves individually. And maybe you are still in each other's lives, but it's not coming together into that romantic union. Basically, I don't see an immediate romantic union because there's still shadow work to complete, because there's still healing to do. So it's either that your union would be a little bit later, or if you were to come together, there may be a separation that occurs, because the death card can also indicate like a splitting up of sorts or a separation of sorts. And with the Seven of Pentacles as your next card here, this would indicate that patience is required in this journey. The Seven of Pentacles is traditionally depicted as somebody who has planted seeds and now they're waiting for them to grow. So I can really see this image coming together of you guys planting your seeds for this connection, so meeting, coming into each other's lives, but it's going to take time to bear fruit. You will need to be patient with this other person, and you will need to be patient with yourself. And now that I think about it with this 9 here, and maybe this is just for some of you, but it could be a long distance relationship that we're looking at here, where you guys meet and you come together, and then this death is that your time being together has ended and now you have to separate and be apart again. But you can use this time apart for your healing and your shadow work, which needs to be completed. So it could be many different things, but it's either like a union that is later in the future or a coming together in a separation. That's how I'm seeing this. With the Seven of Pentacles, it's really important not to rush things. There is some level of divine timing here, because Going back to the traditional imagery on this card, which is waiting for a plant to grow, we cannot force a plant to grow faster. We cannot force it to bear fruit. It takes its own sweet time, and each plant has a different time frame built into its DNA. It's going to take this long to sprout, and then it's going to take this long to grow its leaves. It's going to take this long to flower or bear its fruit, and then the fruit is going to take a certain amount of time to become ripe and sweet and ready to eat as well. And plants that take longer to grow are not wrong. There is not something that's wrong with them, and we have to respect the divine timing that is in each and every one of us. Maybe you're going to feel like you've come out of this healing journey and the other person is not ready yet, or vice versa. And so it's going to be very important that you guys are patient with each other and that you're both putting in the work. I also often think of this Seven of Pentacles card as like a labor of love, where yes, you're putting a lot of effort into growing this plant. You're watering it, you're pruning the leaves, you're making sure it's in the right amount of sun and shade, making sure it's in the right humidity and the right type of soil. There's so many little things that you have to tend to, but because you love it and you want to nurture it, it feels like a labor of love rather than feeling like a drag. It feels like you're working towards something beautiful. And this is how your guides and angels want you to feel as you go through this healing journey. Tend to yourself in this nurturing and loving way, like you would tend to a beautiful flower, knowing that it's going to grow and blossom into something so spectacular one day. And the same for your partner. You're not going to rush each other because you respect the beautiful divine process of the transformation that you're going through. You respect whatever amount of time it's going to take for this caterpillar to turn into a butterfly. And that's what the Seven of Pentacles is all about. And it tells us not to worry, because our seeds were planted well and we have taken care of ourselves in the way that we need to. And your beautiful blooming is assured. Your metamorphosis is assured, like this butterfly here. So I do think this will require patience from you guys. Maybe this is actually a connection that you've already been involved with for quite some time. I do have the feeling of that, because if this was all going on just from now until the end of the year, I don't think that would require that much patience. So maybe you've already been waiting for quite some time to meet this person that you haven't met yet, or to come together with this person that you are interested in. But I have good news for you guys, because at the end of the year here, we have the Four of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles, which are super positive cards. And again, this looks like the number 11 to me. The Four of Wands could be referred to as the 1111 card, because it is the wish fulfillment card, and the wands do look like 1111. So look at all of these 11s. It could be that November is important for you guys. The 10 on the Ten of Pentacles could also be October. And we also have Scorpio season here with the Death card, which I think maybe I mentioned before. And October and November are Scorpio season. In any case, this is around the end of the year, so that does make sense. But as some of you guys might know, the Four of Wands is indicative of a union. You can see these two people are coming together and they are celebrating, they are dancing together. This card has a very light-hearted energy, and so it's really nice to see after this kind of heavier or dark kind of period that you guys have been through, to be able to come out on the other side and be in this lighthearted and celebratory energy where your wishes are coming true. This is where I see your union. This is where I see your wish being fulfilled. So this would be where you meet your person, or where you're coming together with your person, or moving up to the next level with your person, being reunited if you guys were away. Whatever applies to your situation, this is that happy moment that you guys have been waiting for. Interestingly, and we even talked about family in the fourth house card that was present here. I was going to say that both of these cards, the Four of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles, can talk about like getting married, because the Four of Wands depicts a wedding and the Ten of Pentacles is about like families and building a solid foundation. So I'm not saying that all of you guys are going to get married at the end of this year. Of course, that would be crazy. But it could be indicating that this person who you're coming together with, or this person who is coming into your life, could be very well the one that you will marry, that you will have this wedding with, and that you will build this foundation with, that you will have this home with, or even a family someday. If you haven't met this person yet, this could also be indicating that maybe you will meet them at a wedding, especially if it's like a wedding that you have to travel for. And very specific message, this education thing could be like you or this person is a teacher. That just came to me. But anyway, this is a really, really happy card. This shows the two of you guys coming together. And then we have the 10 of Pentacles next to it, which, like I mentioned, is about building your foundation. It's about feeling very, very secure together. If you guys have been separated in the past, I would say that this represents the moment where you're coming together for good, because the 10 of Pentacles is so solid, sturdy, stable, reliable. It feels like we are here and we're settled and we are together now. So if this has been like a long distance situation, an on and off situation, or just a union that you've been waiting for a very, very long time, I can assure with this 10 of Pentacles at the end here, by the time this comes around, you guys will be together for good. Like I said, maybe it's just for some of you, but you could start to plan your long-term future together here, because this does have to do with the long-term future. You could start to talk about living together, for example, talk about sharing a home, or even something further, like you were talking about getting married and having a family someday. Maybe some of you will get a pet together at the end of this year, because you know that is a big step. That's kind of like starting your family together. And the 10 of Pentacles also talks about financial prosperity and wealth. So I do think that both of you will be feeling very comfortable financially. You'll be able to take care of yourselves, and you'll be able to take care and provide for each other. This shows a part in your lives in general where you're feeling very stable and secure, but then as a result, the connection between the two of you is very stable and secure as well. I'm really happy to see this beautiful ending after what you guys are going through here, and maybe what you guys have been going through for quite some time. So this is the end of this year. I'm not sure when you guys will stumble on this video, of course, but I want to tell you guys, whatever you're going through here, to just hang in there for a little bit longer. Be patient. I know maybe some of you guys have heard that a million times, but this 7 of Pentacles promises to you that your patience will pay off, that it will all be worth it in the end. A transformation is assured. You have so much divine support helping you here, and you will get through whatever this period is, this period of waiting, this period of separation, this period of healing. It will not last forever, and there is a light at the end. Okay, so just before we finish off this reading, I want to get a few cards from the Tea Leaf Oracle to see if there's anything else that Spirit wants you to know about your love life in the rest of 2021. Maybe I'll take a bit more. This is kind of a small... I can't shuffle the whole deck at once because it's freaking massive, but I take a good chunk from it every time. What else does Spirit want you to know about your love life in the rest of 2021? We have fair man, dealings or relationship with a man with blonde, gray, or white hair. This could be in relation to your person, or this could be what a spirit guide or an angel looks like when they present themselves to you. Because you guys have so much divine support, like that's been a big theme in this reading, and because you have this Cancer energy of being very perceptive and intuitive, you may have psychic abilities that allow you to see your spirit guides or your guardian angels or even ancestors who are helping you. So if the person who comes into your life or the person that you have in mind does not match this, I'm also being told that it could be what your spirit guide looks like. Oh my gosh, gosh, the way they rolled. We have Lion with time to act. This could also be indicative of a Leo energy. We have a period of ill health and depression, and we have trouble and accusations. This period of ill health makes sense to me. This could be referring to your mental health, emotional health, or spiritual health. This could be something that you guys are dealing with when you're in your separation, or when you're giving each other some time and space before you come together in the way that you want to. Somebody could be dealing with some issues of mental health. They could be dealing with some insecurities that they have to work through. It's interesting that we have this frying pan with meat, and then we have this lion. It's like it's being held out to the lion. The lion is saying time to act and wants to go for it, but this card says trouble on it. So it could be very, very tempting to try to push things forward. It could be very tempting to try to rush, but I feel like these cards are warning you guys against being impatient. This is actually me from the future coming back, because I just realized this like as soon as I finished filming and turned the camera off, because this is like the lion is being tempted, but it could lead to trouble if the lion acts. It could be that maybe somebody is already in a relationship or something like that. Like you're already in a relationship, or the other person is already in a relationship, or there could be like a lot of eyes on one of you, and if you were to enter into a relationship, there could be some kind of like scandalous nature. Maybe that's just a specific message for some of you, but it did pop into my head, like this temptation will lead to trouble. So I thought I would just mention that as well. I would also say, and maybe this is just a message for some of you guys, but if you have been waiting to meet your soulmate or waiting to meet the person, there is some message about make sure that you're not like going for a relationship just to be in a relationship. And it may be tempting, like if you've been waiting for a long time, or if you are feeling lonely, but this could lead to trouble. So if you're meeting somebody, make sure that you really take the time to get to know them, and make sure that they are good for you, and make sure that they're a good match for you, and that you're both in a good place to be in a relationship. There's a lot of messages in this reading about patience and not rushing things, not trying to push things. At the bottom of the deck, we also have good advice from a wise person. I'm thinking of like a friend or a family member who might give you advice about your love life, and it may be wise to listen to this person, because the owl has deep intuitive knowing. The owl knows what they are talking about. All right, so these are all the messages that I have for you guys, number 3. So I'm going to end the reading there. Thank you very, very much for letting me do this reading for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that. I also have a Patreon, so if you guys are interested in seeing even more exclusive pick-a cards where you get to choose the topic, that will be linked down below too. I'm sending you guys lots of love, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Can you hear the crows? Hi, number 4s. So if you guys chose the lepidolite, this beautiful stone, this is going to be your reading about what is happening in your love life from now, whenever you happen to be watching this video, until the end of 2021. So at the beginning of this reading, I do want to use my astrological house papers. I used these in the general rest of 2021 video, and I feel called to use them today as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a couple of these for your first messages about your love life in the rest of 2021. All right, so the first one that you guys have is number 3. This is of course inspired by the 3rd house in astrology with the message of communication and peers. I think there was another pile that got this one, but starting off with this message of communication, if you guys are not involved with somebody yet, you haven't met your person yet, this could be indicating that you guys will be in communication by the end of this year. You'll be in the talking stage, getting to know each other, exchanging messages. If you guys already have somebody on your mind, For example, if you're in a no contact situation, this card could hint that you will be back in communication with them by the end of this year. They'll be reaching out to you. Or it could be that you guys are having a very important conversation by the end of this year. You're having a heart to heart, you're opening up to each other, you're discussing your plans for the future. If you already have someone you're involved with or you already have a partner, this could just in general be showing that your communication is improving. You understand each other better, you're more comfortable communicating your feelings to each other, you're more comfortable being vulnerable, and you just get each other better. So it's like your bond is deepening, which is really nice. And I also feel with this card that no matter what stage of the relationship you're in, by the end of this year, you will be in very frequent and regular communication with somebody. Oh, and there's also peers, the message of peers, which I don't know if I touched on it when it came out for the previous pile, but it could be that this person is like your equal, you're in similar fields. The word contemporaries is coming to mind. I don't even really know what that means, but you hear it sometimes, like in someone's field of work with their contemporaries. I don't know, maybe you guys have similar goals or you're in a similar field of work or something like that. And then this card has come out for 3 out of the 4. I don't know if I'm not mixing these well enough or something, but you saw me. I was like stirring it around pretty well, but this is the 3rd pile that number 9 comes out for. I guess a lot of us are having like international love or something like that, because this is the card of travel, as you can see, travel and education. So any of you guys who have travel plans, if you are going on a trip, if you are moving somewhere, this can link to a development in your love life somehow, or this could be showing a connection with somebody from a different country, with somebody from a different background. You could be traveling with your future partner, or traveling with your current partner if you already have one. And then with this message of education, it could be that some studies you are pursuing are linked to your love life as well. For example, if you're a student, this could be somebody who is in your class, or somebody who, you know, studied the same things as you, or even if you're pursuing some kind of studies on your own, it could lead to the connection with your partner. It's interesting, this 9 energy really wants to come out. So in addition, because this is representing the 3rd house and the 9th house, which I just noticed are opposite each other, so that could be a sign of you guys being like counterparts who balance each other out very well. We do have Gemini energy and Sagittarius energy here. So if that is your sign, or if somebody you have in mind is one of those signs, it could be a confirmation for you, but you guys definitely don't have to be. The number 9 could also be indicating the month of September. That could be significant for you guys, as well as Sagittarius season. And then with this number 3, of course, it couldn't be the month of March because there is no March in the rest of 2021, but it could be like 3 months from now, or even 3 weeks from now. Maybe there will be something important for you guys. So let's take a look now at our oracle cards that we have for you. So there are 3 different oracle cards, and there are 2 each. So this group is going to be for you, and this group is going to be for your person. And when I say your person, this can be your future partner whom you haven't met yet. This can be your current love interest. This can be your current partner, however it fits for your own situation. So for you, we have fear, success, and the Grand Cross with Provoker. For your person, we have structure, get more information, and earth element with stability. Oh, okay, so when the Grand Cross came out, I was like, ooh, 47 adds up to 11. But then, I don't know, it just didn't feel strong enough for me to say anything, so I didn't say anything. And then we got the number 38 on the other side. 38 also adds up to 11. So we have 11 on this side, 11 on this side. That could be another message of you guys being equal counterparts, of the 2 of you mirroring each other in some way. I feel like the number 11 has been very prevalent in a few of these readings as well. So maybe we're all collectively seeing 1111 very frequently, or we're all collectively moving towards new beginnings and new breakthroughs. Okay, so let's analyze these cards now. I'm going to start over here on your side. We have the message of fear, which came out first. Obviously, this is not the most pleasant energy. But when I look at all of these cards together, it looks like this is talking about some dream or some goal that is very important to you guys. It could very well be a dream or goal within your love life, like the dream of meeting someone or coming into union with somebody. It could also be a dream about your career, about your own personal goals. It could be a dream about travel. It could be a dream about sharing your ideas, sharing your work with the world with these energies that we have here. But I sense that, as this card shows in a pretty straightforward way, that you guys do have a lot of fear in you. You guys may have a lot of doubts, fears of failure, fears of defeat. Maybe you guys even have a fear that your desires and your emotions are going to lead you down a wrong path. And I'm noticing how this fear face that we see here has so many eyes. It's almost as if you guys are constantly seeing all of the things that could go wrong, or like you're hyper focused on the problems and the obstacles, or yes, the things that could go wrong. But you have the message of success here as well. So while your angels are acknowledging that it's normal to be afraid, especially when something matters to you so much, they're telling you that whatever your dreams are, whatever it is that you are aspiring to do, or whatever it is that you want to attain, that you will be successful. This is also a very straightforward message. Your angels are saying there is nothing to be afraid of because you will be successful. And the way they're laid out, it almost looks like this angel is lifting you up. It's like, I know you're scared, but we got you. You will not fall. You've got this. We've got this. You can do it. They're really coming through to give you that pep talk. Now let's talk about this Grand Cross as well. This Grand Cross, it's an aspect that happens in astrology. It is a fated placement. It does indicate some element of fate, but it is a difficult aspect because it represents challenges, it represents conflicts, tension, adversity. So maybe this is actually why you guys are afraid of pursuing your dream, because it seems like there are a lot of obstacles between you and what you want, the person you want to be, the person you want to be with, what you want to be doing in the world, the place you want to be. Where you are here and where it is, you guys might look at this and see there's so much that could go wrong. There's so many obstacles in the way. There's so many unknowns. There's so many barriers to my success. And your angels are saying, yeah, you're right. With this Grand Cross, you are right. There are obstacles. It is a difficult journey, but this is fate. And every single obstacle that is placed between you and what you want is there for a reason. And it's not to push you away. It's not to discourage you from going for it. But within each obstacle, there is some lesson. There is some opportunity for you to learn and to grow and to become stronger. And so your angels are asking you to change the way you look at them with all of these eyes. Rather than thinking of them as like a big sign that says you're going to fail, think of it as a challenge for growth, a challenge for learning, and even blessings in disguise. Each and every one of these adversities will make you stronger, and it's there on purpose. It's there because when you get to the end of this journey, you will be exactly the person you want to be because of what you have been through. You will be the highest version of yourself. And someday you'll be able to look back at all of those adversities you faced and be grateful for what they taught you and for how they shaped you. And you will not let the fear define you and let you, recoil or retreat from them, but you will boldly face them because you have the support of your angels. So just know that any obstacles on your path, it's not a sign that you're on the wrong path. It's on a sign. It's Wait, it's not a sign that you're on the wrong path. It's a sign that you are on the right path. There is the sentence I wanted to say. You were built to face all of these obstacles. You were built to smash them. They are there for you. They will make you so strong. They will make your skin so thick. They will make you so resilient, and they will make you so grateful and appreciative for what they teach you. So I just want you guys to know you can do it. You can do it. All right, so let's move over to the energy of your person now, starting with this structure card. It looks like right now your person is in a place of trying to get their stuff together. They are trying to, first of all, become secure within themselves. And I feel like they're trying to build stability for their future. They're trying to build a solid foundation. Looking at all of these eyes and faces on the houses, I would say that your person is someone who, it's not like they care what people think in a bad or an unhealthy way, but they do respect the opinions of people close to them, like the opinions of their friends, their family, their peers. They want to make them proud. They want to make them happy. And they want to, I think the expression that's coming to my mind is like they want to do right by them. They want to live a good life and make their loved ones proud. This could be somebody who has a very close relationship with their family or a very close relationship with their peers at work, like we see peers with the third house here. And I do think this is somebody who thinks about their long-term future, and they want like that stable job, they want that nice home, they want that life partner. This could be somebody who has goals and aspirations that are traditional. That doesn't mean that they are necessarily going to have a conventional job, or that doesn't necessarily mean that they're not spontaneous or they're not open-minded or anything like that. But I do think they want those comforts of having like a secure home, a secure job, a family, to be surrounded by loved ones. And so right now I think they're in a place where they're sort of planning out their next steps of how can they attain this. And it starts with them becoming secure within themselves. We even have this earth element of stability. Maybe this person is an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, or this is like a dominant element of their chart. But looking at this card as well with Get More Information, they may still be in the planning stages of their future, or maybe they haven't really decided which path they want to pursue, how they're going to get here, or maybe they haven't decided what exactly they want to build. They may have an idea of the type of future that they want, but when it comes to how to get there and what exactly the steps are, I do feel like with this card, they're still in the process of accumulating that information. When it comes to love in general, I do think this is somebody who is looking for something serious, who is looking for something committed, who will have a lot of respect for their partner, aka you. And this Get More Information could even be talking about a desire to get to know you better. Whether you know this person yet or not, it's like they want to know about you on a deeper level. If they haven't met you yet and they don't know who you are yet, they could be very, very curious about who their future partner is going to be. They may daydream about the type of person that they want to be with. Some of them, and I don't think this will be for everybody, but some of them may be like manifestors or may use some form of divination. I think this is maybe more of a specific message, but they could be like scripting about the type of person they want to meet, which is you, or they may even use some form of divination to know more about you. But they are very curious about who they will end up with. Or if they already know you, they're very curious about you. They're very interested in you. They want to get more information about you. They want to know you on a deeper level. And they want to offer you something stable. They want to be in a stable place, and this is what they are working on right now. So this concludes the oracle card part of this reading. So let's move on to the tarot now and see what messages we have for you. This part of the reading is going to be like a sequence of events, with the cards on this end being like now or the near future, or maybe even the recent past, and then the cards on this end being the end of the year. And then we will go through them in order like that. So first we have the King of Pentacles, another earth sign card. We have the 10 of Wands, 6 of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, the High Priestess, and the Knight of Cups. And these cards can also be water sign energy. Let me just lay these out in a nicer way so you can see all of them. I have no idea what I'm doing with this layout today. I feel like it's been different in every pile. But anyway, I'm gonna start over here with the King of Pentacles. So it does look like both of you are really in the process of getting it together and getting ready to go after your dreams. And because this is, you know, closer to, well, it's literally the first card, the farthest to this side, this is the most imminent energy, or even the current energy of you guys. I feel like in the very near future, some wish of yours is going to come true with regards to your career, your education, your finances, or some personal goal. You are getting some outcome that you wanted, and you are advancing. With this King of Pentacles, it feels like you guys are moving up to a higher position. You're starting to accumulate more wealth and more money and more respect. And I'm really getting the feeling that the realization of your goals is going to bring you guys closer together, or is going to allow for you guys to come into contact and to get to know each other. But there's the 10 of Wands next to the King of Pentacles. So yes, the King of Pentacles is very successful, very abundant, very prosperous, but the 10 of Wands is this energy of having a lot on your plate, being very, very busy. So this is the current energy, and I think it will stay this way for the near future, where I think you guys are very preoccupied with your own personal goals right now, preoccupied with your careers or your studies, or with thinking about your future plans in the case of your person. And with this 10 of Wands, like 10 is the max when it comes to minor arcana. So this is like your mental capacity is full, or your schedule is full. And so I'm feeling like, at least for the near future, maybe you guys don't really have this space to welcome this new love into your life, or to move things to the next level, because you just have so much else on your mind. You have so many things to take care of. And it's almost like, even if you were in a relationship at this point, or even if you were moving to the next level, I don't feel like you guys would even really have time to see each other that much. Now, if you already know this person, it's possible that you guys are super busy, but you still manage to keep in touch and communicate with each other, because we do have this number 3 card here with communication. But when it comes to like being in physical union, and when it comes to moving this relationship further, it looks like the near future energies for you guys, it's not super favorable for that. However, it looks like you guys are going to be very happy and fulfilled in this time. So it's not like you're busy to the point of burning out or of being super stressed. That can be an interpretation of the 10 of Wands, but because we have the King of Pentacles here, he is giving me a positive vibe. He is very secure and comfortable, and he's on top of his stuff. So I feel like you guys will actually be feeling very productive and very good about yourselves during this time. And to further elaborate on that, we also have the 6 of Wands. So maybe at some point, I would say it's like at some point in the midway mark. So wherever you happen to be watching this video, and then the end of 2021, around the mid-May, oh my God, I can't say words today, I swear. Around the midway mark, it looks like you guys are having a huge achievement in your career, a huge achievement in some project that you've been working on. This card gives me a feeling of like having your big break or making it or blowing up, where you're being celebrated and people are starting to recognize your work. And there was one thing I wanted to point out here as well with just the way the people are facing. It's interesting because the King of Pentacles, as we've talked about, he represents somebody who's like on top of his game, performing at his peak. He's doing really well. He's killing it. He's meeting all his targets. Basically, booked and busy and rich. Booked, busy, and wealthy. And then the Ten of Wands, when it comes to a relationship, it can show some sort of one-sided interest or one-sided feelings. And the way it looks is like she's looking at this person and this person is looking away. So it could be that in this case, one of you develops feelings before the other, or one of you even notices or comes to know the other person before the other. Because this King of Pentacles is looking away. So it's like, I see you, I notice you, I know you, but you don't see or notice me. Or I'm developing a crush on you, but you're not reciprocating yet. Or I can't tell how you're feeling yet. It could be this kind of dynamic first for you guys. And I do think for the near future, things aren't really developing. And I do think both of you are going to be really focused on what you're doing, very busy and very happy and fulfilled, like I mentioned before. There is a big achievement coming for you guys around the mid-May. Oh my God, I did it again. The mid-May? Bitch, May is not even a month in this year anymore. I don't know, maybe the month of May or mid-May was important for you guys, or it will be next year. I don't know why the heck I keep saying that. The midway mark from now until the end of the year is going to be huge for you guys. Super successful. And you have the Nine of Pentacles next to this as well. This is another card of success and abundance. If any of you guys are creatives, or you're looking to be self-employed, or you're looking to move up to higher positions, or you're looking to get a raise, this is a really, really good sign. The Nine of Pentacles shows that you are living your best life, but there's also a message of independence in here. When it comes to a love reading, this would indicate somebody who is single, but who is enjoying the single life. They're so fulfilled with all other areas of their life that they just don't really feel the need for a partner or feel the need for love right now. And even if you guys at the time of watching this reading, like you're really longing to meet somebody, or you're really longing to get with somebody whom you have on your mind, or you're really wanting to move to the next level with your partner, I do feel like by the time this huge accomplishment comes around, it's like your life is going to be so exciting and interesting, and you're going to be so in love with your life, and you're going to be surrounded by loving, appreciative, admiring, generous, even adoring energy around you. I feel like you won't feel the need for it so much. Even if you really feel like you need it now, at this point, it's like, it's not on your mind that much. And it's not like you're over it, like you're against being in a relationship. It's more like you're not pressed about it, you're not stressed about it. You're just open and living life and loving life. And I feel like this is the energy that you guys are going to be in around this time. Really enjoying the little things in life, living life to the fullest. And you're not about to get bothered like if you have a significant other or not, because your biggest love right now is yourself. Your biggest love right now is your craft, is the work that you do. And you're so high on these goals that you've been achieving that it's just not weighing on your mind in the same way. That's really what I feel for this part of the year. Now, moving on here to the end of the year, we have the High Priestess and the Knight of Cups. This is really interesting to me because I would interpret both of these cards as like people are coming towards you, or people are bringing you offers. When we see the High Priestess, this is you guys in your highest form. This is you in alignment with your highest self. This is you living the life that your soul has dreamed of and that your soul has always known they can accomplish. And I see her as like, I always imagine her, she's like sitting there and all of the suitors are coming up and trying to impress her, and her standards are very high and they're trying to entertain her and impress her, and she's like, next. And she's just so attractive. And I feel like when you reach this point, at the end of the year, you guys are killing it, you're successful, you're confident. I feel like you're gonna have a lot of people approaching you when you're in this high priestess energy. There's going to be some people you're interested in, there's going to be some people that you don't have time for, but there will be offers coming to you with this Knight of Cups for sure. There's going to be people who have crushes on you, and yes, it's going to be in the plural. People who have crushes on you, people who have romantic feelings for you, who are asking you out on dates, who are professing their feelings for you. However, I'm not necessarily getting the feeling that you guys will couple up by the end of the year. You will definitely have the option to, but I'm not sure if all of you guys, like we mentioned before, I'm not sure if love is going to be like the biggest thing on your mind at the end of this year. Because you guys are in this flow where you're really inspired and productive. And I also think you guys are going to be very ambitious. So it's like once you've achieved your original goal that you set out to achieve, now there's all these other goals that you can branch out to. Now you have all these other opportunities and connections and resources and new places to explore. It's like you're like a kid in a candy store with what you can accomplish. And I am kind of getting the feeling for a lot of you that like the idea of dating and like, you know, courting someone and getting to know someone, it might kind of feel like the word that's coming to my mind is like a hassle, you know, like that process of dating people and seeing who you like and stuff like that. Or like the process of getting to know someone, you might not be super into it during this time. Now, if you already have somebody in mind, then of course you may want to be in a relationship with them. But I am getting the feeling that at this point you guys will have other options. So it could be that this, like your person that we were reading here, it could be somebody other than who you have in mind at the time of watching this reading. Or it could be that you are dating other people before you end up with your person. I don't feel with this pile that it's so set in stone. I feel like you guys really do have options. You have freedom, and you have quite high expectations at this point, and I mean that in a good way. Like, you only want to involve yourself with the best of the best. So I feel like you guys will be perfectly okay with waiting until like the best person comes around. There will be offers coming in. I'm just not entirely sure if you're gonna go for them, or if you're gonna go for this person that we're seeing here, or if it's the person you're currently thinking about, or if like you're going for this person right away, or if you're gonna, you know, enjoy like casually getting to know people. It's totally up to you guys. This one feels more open and up to you than some of the other piles where like, yeah, it's really likely this is gonna happen. But your angels just really want you to know that you're free. And especially for those of you, if you've been really like hung up on somebody or really impatient about somebody and it's been stressing you out, I do think that that's going to be fading away later this year, and it's going to feel more lighthearted for you guys. Okay, so just before we finish, just before we finish off this reading, I want to take some tea leaf fortune cards and see what else Spirit wants you guys to know about. Ooh, there's lobster with financial pinch. I know this card says financial pinch, but whenever it comes out, I think about the lobster in Friends, like the person is your lobster, which is basically like your person, your soulmate. I definitely don't think you guys will be in a financial pinch, but you might be very focused on your finances. could also be indicating that this current energy that we saw of your person who is looking to find structure and stability in their life, maybe they are going through a financial pinch right now. And they also are looking for their lobster. What else does Spirit want you to know about your love life in the rest of this year? There's Skull, hidden secrets can harm you. Okay, when you guys, you're gonna have a lot of people approaching you, like I mentioned at the end of this year. Romantic, you're gonna have people wanting to be your friend, wanting to work with you. Just be careful of people's intentions, I think. With this Skull card, there may be some people who are just trying to get close to you, like in an opportunist kind of way, or if somebody is especially offering you some sort of deal or some sort of contract, really make sure that you look into that before saying yes to anybody. Just be careful, because when a lot of people are approaching you, not all of them are going to have good intentions. We have the month of March. Oh, interesting. That matches with number 3 here. Maybe March 2022 is going to be a significant month, or maybe you are born in March, or a person who's approaching you is going to be born in March. Just going back to the hidden secrets can harm you. It's not Spirit saying that the unknowns will harm you, but there may be some things about your future that you're not meant to know yet, or some parts of your journey that you're not supposed to know yet. So if you ever find like Spirit is being vague with you, or there's certain information that you're struggling to uncover, again, it's not like Spirit is saying, I'm not going to tell you this because it will harm you, but it's just like the feeling I'm getting from it is it's not time to know yet. And maybe with this hard head that we're seeing here, maybe there's some information that you guys have been really stubborn about that you really want to know, or you've been like impatient, and Spirit's like, no, it's not time. You just have to trust me. And then we have, the bow with the message, you are highly thought of. And at the bottom of the deck, we have opportunities are waiting for you. You're definitely highly thought of by your person who is going to come in at some point, maybe at the end of this year. And you're going to be highly thought of for what you do in the world as well. Opportunities are waiting for you. I don't think that I have to explain this one, and I think you guys probably picked up on that from all of the wonderful messages we got here. But this is all I have for you guys today, so I'm going to end the reading here. Thank you very, very much for letting me do this reading for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that. I also have a Patreon, so if you guys are interested in seeing even more exclusive pick-a cards where you get to choose the topic, that will be linked down below too. I'm sending you guys lots of love, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Whoa.